Beneath the endless sands of the Sahara once thrived a forgotten civilization. They built cities underground, ruled trade routes, and defied the desert itself. This is the story of the Garamantes, the lost lords of the Libyan sands. The Sahara. A sea of golden dunes, stretching beyond the horizon, where the sun burns and the wind whispers of time long forgotten. To most, this was a place of death, barren, endless, and empty. But beneath these shifting sands once thrived a civilization, hidden, mysterious, and astonishing. They were called the Garamantes, a people who turned the impossible into empire. Archaeologists once believed no great power could exist in the heart of the Sahara. But when aerial photographs revealed ancient walls and canals, the truth began to unfold. Buried beneath the desert lay the ruins of Jerma, the capital of the Garamantes, an oasis city that once glittered with life. They built homes of mud brick, temples of stone, and palaces cooled by underground tunnels. Above the sand, nothing. Below, a thriving civilization that had mastered the art of survival. Water was life, and the Garamantes had conquered it. They engineered a network of foggers, underground aqueducts stretching for miles beneath the desert. These tunnels channeled ancient fossil water trapped deep below the earth. With it, they grew crops, nourished animals, and sustained entire cities. Roman historians would later marvel, calling them a nation of ingenious desert men. Their canals predated some Roman engineering, silent proof that the Garamantes were not savages, but scientists of survival. From their desert stronghold, the Garamantes dominated the trans-Saharan trade routes. Caravans carried salt, ivory, slaves, and gold between sub-Saharan Africa and the Mediterranean. They were both merchants and raiders, swift warriors who rode light chariots drawn by horses across dunes. To Rome, they were both allies and threats. They controlled the lifeblood of the desert, water and trade. And that made them powerful. By the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire had expanded into North Africa. But beyond the Green Coast, the desert belonged to the Garamantes. Roman legions attempted to subdue them, yet their soldiers found only dust, mirages, and silence. The Garamantes fought like ghosts, striking from nowhere, then vanishing into the dunes. Even when Emperor Septimius Severus invaded their territory, he could not destroy their heartland. The Garamantes endured, hidden within their oasis realm. Between the 1st and 4th centuries AD, the Garamantian kingdom flourished. Jerma bustled with trade, pottery workshops, and bustling markets shaded by palm trees. Their culture mixed influences from Berber, Saharan, and Mediterranean worlds, unique art, hieroglyphic symbols, and desert murals that spoke of gods and stars. In the heat of the Sahara, they carved out a world of peace, wealth, and mystery. But even great oases dry. By the 5th century, their wells began to falter. The underground aquifers, lifelines of the desert, started to run dry. Without water, the foggers failed. Fields withered, cities emptied, and the desert reclaimed its domain. The Garamantes, once masters of the sands, were swallowed by them. Only their ruins remained, silent beneath the drifting dunes. For centuries, their empire was forgotten, until the 20th century, when pilots flying over the Libyan desert saw strange patterns below. Aerial archaeology revealed ancient canals and buried city grids stretching for miles. Excavations uncovered skeletons, pottery, and chariot wheels, remnants of a lost nation that had thrived in one of the harshest places on earth. The desert had kept their secret for 1,500 years. Now, it was whispering their story again. The Garamantes proved that even in the world's harshest desert, civilization could bloom. Their technology inspired later desert cultures and remains an engineering marvel to this day. They showed humanity's oldest truth, that where there is will, there is life. The Sahara may have buried their cities, but not their brilliance. They turned the desert into an empire. They conquered water and time itself. The Garamantes, forever hidden beneath the sands of history.